Kevin Burkhardt and the boys. Take it away, guys.
All right, Joe, thanks very much, and welcome to the post-game show. And we have got a series, fellas. Derek Jeter, David Ortiz, Alex Rodriguez, a 12-6 Mets win. Poppy, you said 10-2 Mets today. You weren't that far off. You sensed it coming, didn't you?
Well, you know, like I said before, he got average stuff. And in the playoff, normally when you see a pitcher that has average stuff continuously that quick in a short period of time, he didn't make adjustment. This is the big league guy. I mean, we know that the New York Mets, they got good hitters. They have been shut down, but they're good hitter at the end of the day. And I saw all of them making adjustments tonight, and that's the difference of the game.
Look, I tell you, right from the get-go, said the Mets need to score. They need to hit, and just keep scoring the entire game, because I didn't think it was going to be about the pitching staff, because it's, I don't want to say impossible, it's highly unlikely that you're going to shut down the Los Angeles Dodgers lineup. And Pete Alonso came out, got that big hit, and it seemed like offensively they all just exhaled. And they got back to having good at-bats, getting in the strike zone. They drew some walks, and they scored a lot of runs.
October is about setting the tone, and that first inning kind of flipped the script. It looked like second and third, no outs for the Dodgers, and you feel the energy in the building and the fans saying, uh-oh, here we go again. 10th inning of yesterday's game, Mets on the other side, they get 2 runs, and Alonso gets a big home run. Tremendous adjustment. And look, Kevin, these are 2 great teams. Nobody's going to sweep anybody. Everybody's going to hit. A matter now is a 2-game series. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, like, they got a little life, right? I mean, obviously it's going to be more challenging. And guess what? Pete Alonso's going to come over and join us right now. Here he comes, the polar bear with that big 3-run home run.
Also
in the first inning, got him going. And Derek, you hit it too. You talked about, giving Peterson a breather so he doesn't have to, exhale a little bit on the mound. That early lead kind of did that for them too.
Yeah, early runs gives a pitcher a lot of breathing room. But once again, the Dodgers continue to come back too.
Well, here comes Pete. None bigger hit than that today for the Amazons.
Big one, big guy.
Pete, what's up, man? We'll get Pete sit down here in a big Mets win. Get him all mic'd up. And wow, what a night for the Mets. 12 runs, 12-6 win on a night everyone contributes, on a night they don't strike out. And Pete, it's good to see you in the flesh. And I'm going to start here because Captain over there on the pregame show said, hey, my guy's Alonso. I think the Mets need him today. And Captain, you were right on that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think, look, you've been here for 6 years. You're in the middle of the lineup. They're used to seeing you do these kinds of things. So when I was asked who needs to step up and who I thought would step up, it was you. Because it seems like the whole lineup just followed your lead and got a chance to exhale when you gave them the early lead. And on top of that, the whole Citi Field fan base, the Met fan base, was waiting for you to do it. How did it make you feel? Do you feel like you took some pressure off yourself, or were you looking at it like, okay, now here we go, let's go?
Well, every at bat, I take the same, have the same tenacity, same approach. I mean, at the end of the day, this is postseason baseball. It's about having fun, and I'm just so happy I got to come through for the team right there. It's a big spot, and I'm just happy to make an impact. I mean, this group, this clubhouse, so tight knit. I mean, this is definitely one of the most special teams I've ever played for, and I mean, just to come through for the boys like that, I'm just so happy. I'm just so happy I could do that.
it seems like every time you guys saw it against the rope, you guys always found a way to beat the opposition, especially you with those big bombs. What adjustment pitching today?
Honestly, I think I mean seeing Jack that first time he pitched in LA gave us a really good look on what he was trying to do to us. So I mean,
that's what I say.
Yeah. I mean, he established a slider, like had that up and in lane with the fastball. He had pinpoint location that first time, but honestly, just sticking to the lane, sticking to the window, and then just putting a good swing on whenever it shows up there.
How? First of all, congrats on the big win and the big shot in the first. What a turn in events in that first inning, them not scoring, and then the 3-run bomb from you. How come every time you guys are moments from death, it seems like you don't die? What is it about this team that just keeps fighting?
I mean, we've just been, that's been our identity the whole year. We wouldn't be in this position in the postseason if that wasn't the case. I mean, coming from the depths of 11 games under 500, pretty much needing to win as many games as we needed to get that postseason lock. I mean, it's been that way the whole year. We've had so many must-win games in this spot. I mean, whether for better or for worse, like we're used to it. And this group is really special, and today...
All right, be honest with me. How good did that home run feel?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was sick.
Now we're talking.
It was sick.
Now we're talking.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, it was sick.
Now, I know during our playing career, I'll speak for myself, I hated making a cross-country flight. How much is this locker room now looking forward to go back to L.A. and get going in Game 6?
Well, we live to fight another day, so we're stoked. We're stoked to go out there because this is a game of opportunities, and opportunities are rare, and we want to be able to capitalize on that, survive Game 6, and we'll see what we got in Game 7, but we got to get there first.
And you still have the same bag packed?
Oh yeah, same everything. That's right. No time to do laundry.
Pete, I'm just curious. In first class on the flight tonight, are you playing Oh My God? Is Grimace sitting there? Do you have the pumpkin? What else is on this flight going to LA? Just give the fans an idea.
Yeah, Grimace is on the aux. He's playing Oh My God, the remix with Pitbull, and he's holding the pumpkin at the same time.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That's right.
We got a series, Pete. Congrats. That was awesome, and we'll see you in LA, okay?
Yeah, right on. Thank you.
Pete Alonso, the Mets got him going with a big 3-run home run, and the polar bear and these fans are loving it right here as the Mets keep this series going. And on to LA they go. Now 3-2, where anything can happen. The fans reacting. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I tell you what, though, this fan base they've been waiting for this moment in these 3 games here in the NLCS. I'm glad they finally got a chance to see it, get riled up, and now they're going to have to watch from afar.
Yeah, but you're right. You know, it's funny. Smoltzy said on the broadcast, Alex, they were trying to get into it. They just really had no moment the first 2 games to even get into it. But today, that home run and kind of got them a little juice. And, you know, and now hey, you're in the game.
You never know.
A little different now.
Well, I talked about it. We talked about it yesterday, fellas. The thing about it is, if they won today, which they did, you have a pretty good advantage or a pretty good shot in Game 6 because you got your very best, another left-handed pitcher, Poppy, which we like, and you got a bullpen game, which I think is the reason why Dave Roberts hung in there with Jack Flaherty a little bit longer. He wanted to preserve that bullpen for Game 6, but hey, anything can happen. If they win that at Game 7, you flip a coin.
Yeah, this series is catching up velocity right now, especially having Minaya facing them over there. Minaya pitched a hell of a game. He had the stuff that he know how to control that lineup from the Los Angeles Dodgers. I mean, he pitched over there. He showed everything he got, and I would not be surprised if he come back and pitch at the same level.
I tell you, you know, I hate to say it, but it reminds me of when we were playing you guys, and Kevin Millar was mic'd during batting practice. And he was going around saying, don't let us win this game, because if we win this game, we got Pedro in Game 5, we got Schilling in Game 6, and who knows what's going to happen in Game 7.
Don't let us win one. I remember that.
That's why when you have a chance to finish the deal, you finish the deal. Now, obviously, the Mets outslugged the Dodgers. They deserve to win this game, but you need to win when you have that chance.
You're right, Cap. You're right. And Poppy, I have a question for you because you made a tremendous prediction today about Jack Flaherty and seeing him for the second time. My question to you is, do the Dodgers have that same advantage against Minaya, even though he's a little bit unorthodox with his arm angle?
You know what the only problem will be right there? He had been dominating left-handed batters with that angle that he has. And he had that fastball that he can live through it. Yeah. So that might be the toughest part about it. But yeah, they're great hitters. Yeah. They can make them judgments. Short period of time. Yeah. It can happen. Why not?
I'll tell you what, you know, obviously the Mets offense was a story. And Derek, you predicted it. Hit. They did that. But there was a critical point in this game out. When you go to the 4th inning, right, 8-2, Mets had jumped up front, but you just had a feeling this was going to be a lot of runs. And then the Dodgers load the bases, right? Peterson got a little wild, walk 2, they take him out. They bring on Reed Garrett to face the lefty and Freeman. And this was, maybe no one will talk about it a couple days from now.
This was the biggest moment of the game,
no doubt, right? And how he approached him, that backdoor slider, that was, well, that was impressive.
That was nasty.
It's a grand slam there. All of a sudden, it's 8-6.
Well, even just a base hit, you know, because they had to keep scoring. It's not, you don't always have to get it all back in one swing. But getting it back, they had I mean, look, Dodgers took. I mean, the Mets took a huge lead, but they still had 5-6 innings left, and you saw they kept coming back, kept coming back. So there's no comfort in these games.
You know, KB,
notice.
What's great about October is everyone looks at the 8th and 9th inning, but sometimes you can win a game in the 1st inning or in the 4th inning, and that was the case tonight for the Mets.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think there were a lot of also interesting, lower storylines, like Starling Marte popping. He had himself a 4-hit night tonight, 3 doubles. He was really, really good. So we kept talking about the Mets top of the order, but they had Francisco Alvarez who delivered a few hits, and Marte 4 hits. That's big for them.
I don't know if you guys noticed, but everything that we predict before the game happened, they need to put pressure on the pitcher. They need to get traffic on the base, and they did it exactly that way. They start putting pressure from the very first inning, so the pitcher start feeling comfortable. They start attacking the strike zone against the Los Angeles Dodgers offense, which is really good.
And go ahead.
No, this was the type of game I was telling Kevin earlier. I said this is the type of game where the Mets, they don't want tomorrow off.
Right.
They'd fly overnight and play a day game in LA if they needed to, because now they're all feeling pretty good about themselves.
We talked about a few things, some themes in October. Contact is king. The Mets go out and strike out 0 today, which is phenomenal. They kept putting pressure on the Dodger team. And then we asked the secondary guys to step up. The 8th and 9th hitter on base 5 times to set up Francisco Lindor and company.
Yeah, that Mets, the no strikeout thing hasn't happened in a playoff game in 22 years.
Wow.
So to give you an idea how big that was.
You know, I love contact.
I'd spot on with that. That's what you've been preaching, no doubt. Game 6. We will have a Game 6 of the NLCS. It'll be Sunday. Coverage of the pregame begins at 7 Eastern on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. We can't wait.